Hello! Welcome back to this two-part review. And now we are going to go into EONA by Alison Goodman. If you have not seen my review of EON, I will link it here or here. I don't know where it is, and I will also put it down below. So for those who have not read EON, well, go to my other review because I won't be talking about EON. I will more be spoiling EON than anything else. So at the end of EON, we find EONA, Lady Della, Rico. I think that's it. Yes. They are running for their lives because they are chased by the Emperor's brother, which I don't remember his name. High Lord Sethen. Yes. So they are chased by Lord Sethen's army because he wants to kill all the people in the world, I guess. But he most likely wants to kill the Pearl Emperor, which is Kygo or Kigo. I don't know how to say his name. But for now, he is lost. Nobody knows where he is or if he's even alive. So EONA, Rico, and Lady Della, they get on a mission to find Kygo. I'm gonna name him Kygo because I feel like it's a better name than Kigo. So yes. And let me just say, in the first book it didn't appear that much, but in this book, Rico and Kygo are two very similar names. Let me just say that. They only have one letter different, and the letters change of order, obviously. But what the hell is that? I was reading at some point and I was just like so confused because I thought they were talking about Kygo, but they were actually talking about Rico, and I was like, oh my god, what's going on? I'm so lost. Ugh. So yeah, that part was really hard because I had to reread entire paragraphs just because I was so lost about who we were talking about. So yeah, thank you, Alison Goodman, for that really good setup. You got me there. In the beginning of the book, they arrive at a resistant village where Vida and her brother are given to them as a protection for them they are given to them as protection by not the chief of the village, but like the governor of the village, to protect them because they are going to search for the Pearl Emperor, Kygo. In this book, we realize that EONA doesn't know how to call her dragon because she didn't say her real name in the place where she had to say her name. So she called Eon, and the dragon just flew away. The dragon was not happy about that, so he just went off and disappeared. So she doesn't have any way to call her dragon for help or power, so she's a bit stuck there. So she doesn't know what to do, and she learns that there is a folio in Lord Ido's library where she could actually find her powers, well, her dragon's name. So she's gonna try to find it. In the beginning of the book, you don't really know where Lord Ido is, but then you'll learn that he is in a prison by High Lord Sethen, and you don't really understand why he keeps him alive, but then you guess that he wants information about EONA because EONA is actually revealed to the world. So the Lady Dragon Eye is revealed, and everybody's like, oh, we've got a Lady Dragon Eye. Is that real? Is that true? Is it okay? Everybody is just like not having it. Some people are okay with it, like Lady Della, and Rico is not having it. He does not support that. He really thought that Eon was a boy and that he was protecting a boy, and now he's protecting a girl, and he's not that happy about it. So it kind of makes a little scene. But anyways, when EONA tells Kygo, because she has to at some point, I don't actually remember if she tells him in the first book or in the second. I read them so quickly and a few days apart, so everything is just really mixed up in my head. But when she tells him, he doesn't seem surprised. He's like a little bit shocked, obviously. He's not that angry, but he's just like, oh, well, okay. So I was like, what the hell is going on? He doesn't like, I don't know. And then he falls in love with her, obviously, because obviously there is a love triangle in this book, because why not? So the love triangle is obviously between EONA, Kaigo, and Lord Ito, because he's nice now. In this book, I really loved the fact that as a disguise, EONA had to dress up as a girl to protect herself, because in the beginning no one knows really that she's a girl, and Lady Della has to disguise herself as a boy, which he is a boy. And it was just so funny because they had to pretend to be someone that they are. So it was like so confusing in the beginning. Lady Della was the husband, EONA was a wife, and Rico was the bodyguard. So it was so funny to see them act as themselves, but it was kind of hard for them to do it just because they hadn't done it in such a long time. EONA has so many struggles to become a woman, because women in this century are not allowed to do much stuff. They like have to walk behind their husband. They cannot walk alone anywhere. They have to always be with their husband. So it was so hard for her to just like do nothing. So she kind of overstepped a little at some time, because she just wanted to do something about what was going on, but she couldn't, but she did it anyways. So yeah, Rico was a really interesting character, because he was not having it. He was not happy that EONA was a girl, and he is loyal to Eon, the Mirror Dragon Eye. And now it's not Eon the Mirror Dragon Eye, but EONA the Lady Mirror Dragon Eye. So he was in this book, EONA makes a lot of very disturbing decisions. She does not make the best decisions. She does make good decisions sometimes, but at some time I was like, oh, what are you doing? Don't do that. It's not, just stop. Well, the Pearl Emperor, Kaigo, he was very he was very unidimensional, and you could easily see that when he was talking with EONA, because, well, she finds him at some point, obviously, and he wants to use her as a protector of the land, but he kind of makes it look like he falls in love with her, and I'm still conflicted about that, because I am really not sure if he did love her or if he just faked it all, just like Ito did. So I'm really confused, because the ending was so short and so just put together into a page, and it was not enough for me. I really want more. I need more, but yeah. So now I'm gonna start talking spoilery about this book, because I need to talk about this. And for those who have not read EONA, well, go read it. Go read Eon and then EONA, obviously, and come back and we can talk about this book. So firstly, the love triangle was so confusing for me, because obviously I understand why she would fall in love with him, because she was attracted to the Pearl Emperor Kaigo. She was attracted to him in a way because it was him, because he was nice and he was sweet and he was kind of falling in love with her. And for Lord Ito, it was more a passion of just sex, where I'm gonna say it was just really raw passion. There were no love involved, and I get that, but I also get that she was attracted to him because it was just raw passion. So even though there are not feelings involved, she was still attracted to him, as well as Kaigo. She was not attracted to them the same way. She tells that a lot in the book, and I do understand that. But at some point, you should have like seen the signs, but I don't know. I am definitely sure that Lord Edo faked it all. He was not into her. Maybe he was raw passion as well as EONA, but I think that for him it was a little bit more fake. Cause in the end he just kills Kaigo, and I was like, oh god, this is it. You're gonna become mean and you're gonna take her power and you're just gonna become the most evil person in the entire world. So I was like, well, you lost, man. You lost me. And she didn't really see that in him. She didn't see that he was faking it all and that he was not going for her. But for Kaigo, I was like, well, he might love her, might. But he did some stuff that were like so mean and so just not appropriate, but he would just do stuff that was like, would you do that to your girlfriend? Absolutely not. So is she not? Well, get to the point, decide. Because at some point he did some really, really sweet stuff, really cute stuff, but then he just did mean stuff and just rejected her and stopped talking to her, and I was like, well, make a choice, decide. Are you mean? Are you nice? Don't be both. It's just cruel. At some point in the book, EONA asks Kaigo if he would choose her or her powers, and if he had to choose, which one he would choose. And he said her power instead of her. And I was like, well, no, you're dead to me. You don't love her at all. You just want her powers. So it just clears things out. Nobody loves her. No one loves her. She's alone in this world. Nobody wants to be with her. Everyone wants to be with her just for her powers. So this is just sad. Kaigo was a really interesting character because since she healed him, they were connected every time she did something to connect herself with Lord Edo. And that was so funny, the thing in the cabin where they were like going for it. And just Riko arrived and just grabbed her and pushed her at the wall. And it was like, oh god, this is it. He's gonna kill him. Oh my god. And Lord Edo was so confused of what was going on, and I could totally picture it in my mind, like visually what would happen, and just Lady Della standing in the doorway just like, I'm sorry, it's not my fault. The ending was disappointing because I want more. I didn't get enough. I don't know if Kaigo and EONA are gonna finish together, because maybe, but I don't know. She's not a Dragonite anymore. She lost all of her powers. She's just a peasant, a lady peasant. Well, not even a lady, a girl peasant. And she doesn't have a title anymore. She doesn't have anything of royal blood. She cannot marry Kaigo. So I was like, so are they together or are they not? Who knows? The fact that Lord Edo dies in the end was surprising, but it was good. Well, it hurt my heart because I wanted him to be good, but he was not. It surprised me, but I was like also really happy about that because he had one goal, and it was to have all the powers of the dragon spirits, and he went for it. Even in the very end, when she said that she would give it back because they had to, because they stole it from the dragons. But then he was just like, no, I want it all and I'm gonna get it all. Of course, I didn't want that to happen because I was like, no, just be friendly, just be nice. EONA's gonna fall in love with you, you're gonna be together, blah, 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 blah. But then he was just like, no, I'm going for it. And he just tried to take all the power for himself, but that killed him because you cannot take all the power for yourself because you die. I understood why EONA was kind of sad about it because, as she said, she didn't love him, but she had a connection with him because of the dragon spirits, and I totally get that. And I was kind of sad too because I was shipping them and now he's dead, so it's not gonna happen. but it kind of reminded me of another series I won't talk about if you haven't read it because it's the very, very ending. But it kind of reminded me of another series that I was so sad about, that the evil character that died, but it was a good thing to do. Well, not a good thing to do, but like it was a great ending. So that was it, guys. It's such a long video. I'm really sorry. So I hope it's not getting into like 15 minutes, but who knows? So that was it. Tell me down below if you have read the duology, what you think of it, did you make a video? I would really like to see it. If you have made one, or if you have just made a Goodreads review, link it down below. And yes, I will see you soon with another video. Goodbye.